Anyway, I think they're Douglas barrels. I think is what they are. Anyway, you just take one bolt out, you pull the pin out, and the side pin out, and the barrel pops right out. And you pop another one. It's got a hooked breech, so you just hook it in there, and you can switch calibers. You can go 32 caliber. Now, 32 caliber muzzle loader is heavy. It weighs about 16 pounds.
Well, who in the hell wants to carry that around all day?
Some people like that stuff. I mean, it shoots really, really good. That 54 is just fantastic. But I don't hunt with them anymore. I hunt with the 45 that my Uncle Carl built me. It's a Pennsylvania long rifle, Lehigh County. It has a style he does with the Roman nose cheek piece. It's got a cheek piece on it and a Roman nose stock. You shoulder it and you open your eyes and you're looking right down the sights. It just automatically fits your eyes.
You mean you don't have a scope or a red dot or any of that kind of crazy crap on it? You're just a strictly iron sights guy?
No, actually, some of them got fiber optic sight. All of them got fiber optic sights on the front. Some of them got them on the back, and some of them got peep sights on them.
Oh man, I'm strictly, on my 308, I've got a scope on my 308, a little 3x9. But everything else I've got just strictly open iron sights.
Yeah, now my N-line, my Thompson N-line, that one's got a loophole scope on it, 3 to 9 loop, or 2 to 7 loophole. Yeah, 2 to 7 loophole. And that's a sweet gun. That's what I kill all my deer with. I don't like shooting them with high-powered guns anymore. Messes the meat up. It puts blood in all the tissues with the magnums. And you shoot them with a black powder gun, you can eat right up to the bullet hole.
Never done that, so I don't have any experience in that at all, man. Oh man, I have enough guns around here to protect myself and probably get in trouble with, but other than that, I've sold off most of my stuff.
Yeah, that N-line, that's sweet, man. It shoots a saboted bullet. It's 50 caliber, but it sabots it down to a 44 Magnum pistol bullet. With a plastic sabot that spaces it out, and it's got awful fast and one-shot kill.
Well, that's what you want. You don't want to have to shoot it 5 or 6 times. You want to hit it one time and watch it go down.
Yeah, and at best, it takes me at least a minute to reload. So yeah, I got to make that first shot count.
That's why I like my AR. There's no reloading until you run off about 15 rounds.
Yep. Well, I lost all those 30-round mags in that boating accident.
Oh, man, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, all I got's those little 5-shot ones, so I'll have to get a couple more.
Oh, man. I'm kind of surprised to hear you up this late. I thought you'd be in bed by now.
Yeah, I won't be in bed till probably 3 o'clock.
Oh, man. You're like a night owl, huh?
Yeah, that's why I can't get up and get going till close to noon every day. I get up and eat breakfast about 9:30, but I snooze or go back to bed till noon. And then I'm up till 3 or 4 every morning.
Oh, man, I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock every night, and then I get up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I got out of that routine once I retired. I said, to heck with that crap. Got too much things to do, and too many things to do before I die.
Yeah, but you got to do them in the morning.
Well, as long as I get them done, I don't care when I do them. This is KA8YOR on the 891.
KC8ORP. Talking to Eddie on his 891, which is sounding excellent.
I did bump the power up to 40 watts, so running about 40 watts.
put a lot of chew in my mouth. I'll tell you the honest God's truth, Eddie. I cannot tell the difference between this radio and the radio you talk to me on the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, man. These are great little radios. A lot of people think they're just for mobile use, but I used this thing for a couple years as a base station.
Oh, I can see why. It works great. As long as the receive's good on it, what more do you want?
There, I even cut the processor off. That probably tamed things down quite a bit, didn't it?
A little bit. I don't see anything on the needle, but you're a little bit lighter on your voice, but other than that, you're still the same signal.
Well, cool beans, I'll go back to it. Turn the processor back on, and about a 3/4 scale on the ALC meter, so that's about what I run on the DX10.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was money well spent. That radio is working just fine for you. If you told somebody you were running something else besides what you are, they wouldn't know the difference.
Yep. See, the only reason I bought this thing, because I had that 718 ICOM, it did everything this does, but it didn't have 6 meters on it. And I wanted 6 meters, so that's why I bought this radio.
Well, I'd like to get something like the 746 that I had years ago that had 2 meters on it. That would be nice.
Yeah, how about the ones that have 2 meters of UHF, that 897 Yaesu? You can buy them used, but they're not making them anymore. They're no bigger than this one. They're just a little tiny mobile-looking thing, but 100 watts output, all mode, all the way to UHF.
Yeah, I'm not buying anything used anymore unless it's from somebody I know and trust.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I would buy a used 897 just because I'd like to have one, and they aren't making them anymore.
Well, if you had one for sale, I'd buy it from you, but anybody else, probably not. I'm gonna do something with that. I don't think, does Yaesu have anything that has 2 meters in it anymore besides just strictly 2 meter radio?
They do. They got a 705 that goes all the way to UHF through 160, but it's only 5 watts output.
Well, I could use that with this RM amplifier I got here and get 300 watts out of it.
No, you know what you do. You set that radio so it only drives it to 100 watts, then you put it to an AL80 and do a kilowatt.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it?
That's why you ought to keep that amplifier. If you get you a big one, you ought to keep that one for a driver in case you ever want a low-powered output transceiver. You can pump it up to 100 watts and hit the other amp and zippity-doo-dah, big signal on the little radio.
Well, I'm planning on keeping this little amp. There's no problem with that. It's staying here. But the big one's coming in probably about a month or so. I gotta get my money situation straightened out.
Okay, well, if you ever get pissed off at it and decide to get rid of it, you let me know.
It'll be at the top of my list, Eddie.
Oh, I'm at the top of a lot of lists. KAAYOR.
KCARP. Yeah, but you're on the top of a lot of good lists.
Not on the old lady's side. Sometimes I'm on her shit list.
You'll never be on that list with me, buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. A couple guys coming in there earlier, Lou and Larry and them.
Yeah, you get a little traffic out here, and people will hear you out there, and they'll jump in and want to talk a little bit, or at least get a signal report or something.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Last night, 75 opened up a bit. I worked K0C. What a call, huh? K0C in New Jersey. His name was Fritz. KOC is Knights of Columbus. He was a special event station on 75 meters.
Oh, nice. And he said he was in New Jersey?
Yeah, he was in New Jersey. He said he usually operates just 40 doing special events, but 40 was so dead he thought he'd try 75, and it worked good for him.
Good deal. Yeah, 40's been dead. I mean, Well, I think I told you earlier, the only person I heard on e-cars today was Jeff, and I didn't have him near as strong as I usually do, and it was late in the day. It was just about the end of the net.
What time does this portion of the net end?
I think today was about 1 or 1:30.
Okay, so he starts about noon?
Yeah, right around noon.
Okay. Let me see here. Hell. Yeah, about 40, 45 watts is all this thing's doing. I mean, I could turn it up to 100, but I got it on a small power supply.
You're 7 bumping 9.
This is the radio I get on when I'm not talking to you. This is the one I'm on all the time doing CW or digital modes or even voice. I just really like this radio a lot.
You know, that's kind of the way I was with my 706 Mark TG. That was a radio I understood and could make it work, and the receive on was good. I really wish I'd never got rid of it. The stupid doctors back when I had my heart attack, if they hadn't told me I needed to get rid of all the stuff that put RF in my system, I would still have that radio.
Yeah, did you ever use it in the house, or did you just use it mobile?
I did use it in the house for a little bit, but 90% of the time or 95% of the time it was mobile.
That's what I thought. I mean, you put a lot of money out for base stations and mobiles and everything back in.
Yeah, I had the big tuner on it, the automatic tuner, the big whip on the back of the pickup truck, and I could talk 20, 40, 10 meters all over the place.
Yeah, the only thing I ever went mobile with was the ICOM 707. I went 10-meter mobile with it a few times. Put it in the Warner truck, but just too doggone big. It's bigger than your 710, quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, with the speaker on the 710, it's not too bad size. And if you don't have an extra speaker on it, it's probably small enough to run mobile.
Yeah, and I guess I could run the 10 mobile, but yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'd be so afraid I'd break the screen or something, you know?
Yeah, they're probably a little bit delicate. I'm not sure. I'm not going to bounce it around to find out.
Yeah, I know there's people complained that down at the bottom edge of the screen they've pushed on it and broke the circuit board inside, so I'm real light with mine. Cousin Gary went out and bought a stylus to use on the screen. I said to him, well, just don't use the screen, use the buttons.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I left the plastic on all mine, and I use the buttons to move around. How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing pretty good. He's coming up with different setups. He's going to get that window feed-through connector. It's a piece of flat steel that replaces coax. It's got a connector on each end. It's about 18 inches long. And you just open your window and then shut it on it. I mean, it'll actually close. The thing is flat as a ribbon, and it couples your signal through your window. So that's what he's going to do, because he's not allowed to drill any holes there in the apartment. And he's going to run an end-fed out into the trees and hang it up in a tree outside. And he's going to keep the transformer inside the house, so if management finds it and cuts the wire, they can't cut the transformer. You just replace the wires later.
Next time you're out here, come check out how I did mine through the windows. I took a piece of board, I don't know what you call it, probably an inch wide and probably an inch thick and about 3 inches wide, cut it off to fit in my window, drilled about an inch and a half hole through it, fed my coax through there, and then just took duct tape and sealed it off so bugs and weather and all that stuff won't come through there, and it works just fine for me.
That's what I did. I took a 2x4 and turned it sideways and cut it to fit the window, and I just closed the window on that 2x4. But I've got probably 8 or 9 holes drilled in the 2x4, 1-inch holes. I got all kinds of coaxes going through it. Then I just take a little bit of that squirt foam and squirt in the hole, and man, it seals it. Nothing can get through. Mice won't even eat through that stuff.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that that foam, the expanding foam, because when the sun's shining on that side of the unit here, that tape kind of falls off, and I was trying to figure out something else to fill it up. That would work great.
Yeah, that foam works. Silicone works, but you know, if you ever got to take it out, the foam's easier to get out.
I'm making a trip to the hardware store tomorrow probably, and I'll grab me a can of that and fill those holes up.
Yeah, that first year that we moved here, I didn't have anything in the holes. I had coaxes in it. And we was getting ants in here and little bugs that come in, and it got to be a pain, so yeah, I had to seal it up.
Yeah, I woke up a couple mornings ago and found a hornet in here, and I'm sure that's where he came in.
It's funny how they find a way to get in stuff like that. K-A-A-Y-O-R.
Kilo Charlie 8, Oscar Romeo Papa. Yeah, they can smell that warm air and they just head for it.
Yep, I can see the band dropping down a little bit. You're about 10 over instead of 20 over, but still pretty readable. Not pretty readable, very readable.
Yeah, you're down to about 5.7, 5.6, something like that, but you're still right in there. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have even looked at the meter.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Your audio is just fantastic.
That's what I like to hear.
And thank goodness I haven't had to adjust the AL or the AGC on this one, because you're not blanking me out on this radio. It's got a little bit better AGC, I think, than the DX10.
So where are you guys going tomorrow? Any idea?
Tomorrow's Monday, maybe Pennsylvania. All depends on what the weather does.
I think it's supposed to be nice. I'll be around, so I'll have the 2 meter on or the 40 meter, whatever band you're calling on.
Yeah, I want to get back here and like I said, we're going to do a little bit of turkey hunting, and got to drop that gun off at Uncle Carl's, and he's got something for me. I forget what he said he had, but anyway, I got to stop and get that. We swap stuff back and forth. I always buy him a knife or two every year, and he makes bullets for me. He gave me a mayonnaise jar full of Lyman slugs, 12-gauge slugs, the lead for them. So we've been reloading our own slugs. They're called buck hammers.
Oh man, well, I've reloaded everything but shotgun stuff. I reload pistols, rifle, all that stuff, but nothing in shotgun.
Dude, Eddie shot this biggest doe I've ever got. Eddie shot this biggest doe we've ever seen in Pennsylvania with that slug hammer, and it picked that deer. I'm not kidding you. It picked that deer up and threw it back about 15 feet. It lifted it up onto its back hind legs, and it fell over backwards about 15 feet from where he hit it.
Needless to say, it didn't move any more after that, did it?
Yeah, and you know, we took it in and I was cleaning it at Uncle Carl's. He said, "What in the heck did you shoot this deer with?"
Oh man,
dude, it bored a 1-inch hole from one side of him to the other. And that
speaking of 1-inch holes, have you heard from Rick lately?
That was from front to back, too. That wasn't a sideways shot. He shot him in the front, and it come out the rear end.
Speaking of 1-inch holes, have you heard from Rick lately?
No, it's been probably a couple months anyway.
He's still kicking then, right?
Oh, yeah. His license lapsed a couple months ago. And, yeah, he's still doing good. Last I talked to him, he was doing good. We had lunch, what did we get? We each got a chicken and split it. Me and the wife split it, and him and Ruth split a chicken. And that was at Giant Eagle here in Ravenna, and went out to West Branch and had a little picnic out there. She brought along a bunch of deviled eggs.